This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Boulder, Colorado. We're at Image by Roxanne. Since 2007, Roxanne has been providing a way for young women to feel good, look good, quite honestly, compete in a world out there where image is everything. Why don't we start out with how you got involved in this industry?
I'd love to, Gary. I was born in Hollywood, California, and my first job was when I was 3 years old. And I have had the good fortune to working in the fashion industry all my life.
Wonderful. I mean, so obviously you're bringing a lot of things to the plate that you can share with a lot of young women out there.
There is a lot to share. It's just not what you project, it's how you feel. And I help young girls build their self-confidence through modeling.
Wonderful. A lot of girls out there looking at images on the screen, looking at images on print, asking themselves that question, I wonder if I could do this. Can I do that? You actually help them answer that question.
I do. I had America's Next Top Model winner call me up to coach her, and I found that one of the traits she had was determination. If you have a determination and a willingness to work hard, you can achieve anything.
Wonderful. And let me ask you, I was a photographer for over 25 years, and so I know basically attraction comes from confidence. I mean, that confidence comes off the screen like that. Is that what you help develop?
Yes, I have had my career last a lot longer than the normal model's career. Why? Because I have an energy that the camera picks up. It's not just the external, it's the internal. And I like to cultivate this in young girls because if they choose not to enter into the modeling business, they still have the skill that they can use in any profession.
I was just going to say, this is more than a modeling school that you provide because quite honestly, you are teaching etiquette, you are teaching confidence, you are teaching personal development, really.
And also, I help women who are professionals. They tend to demote themselves by not realizing their level of attractiveness is going to help promote them in their business. Modeling is about how you look and how you radiate energy and personality, and it also translates into women who are in the executive field because they want to keep their job, they want to get promoted in their job, and I help them realize that you dress to get the part, even in the business world. And some business women don't have the time or they don't realize it. They actually demote themselves by being kind of plain. And I help them perk up their attractiveness level to help their business.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's amazing that you're starting out young girls at an early age of 14, but you also realize that it never stops. We never stop learning and building our image, and I think you're absolutely right when it comes to the fact that we're always selling, and quite honestly, this is the package.
And in our society, how we appear and attractiveness is very important.
Absolutely. What kind of age frame are we talking about that you start with?
I like to start at 14 years old, and some of my clients go older than I am.
Oh, my goodness. Let me ask you, in some of the seminars that you offer out there, let's hit a few areas here. How important is it for the girls to develop their own style?
100%, because then they won't feel like they're competing, because no one else has their style. They will feel confident because they know they are unique. And that's what it's so important to know, that they are special the way they are. They just have to see it. So I help lift that veil so they can see their uniqueness.
And obviously you assist them in helping them put together a portfolio so that they're marketable.
Yes, I work with a photographer and we help style their portfolio, and then I prepare them to meet with agents. So I teach them to approach modeling as a business. So that's another skill they're learning. How to be professional and what is relevant when you are managing your own business.
Roxanne, I talk a lot about the training that you provide, these seminars you provide, but quite honestly, this is not a class environment. We're talking about a one-on-one custom approach that you're giving to each one of these individuals.
I'm glad you brought that up, Gary. I offer many different programs, like again, to custom fit what my client needs. The best seller that I have that the girls like the most are the 10-week programs, and I also offer a 5-week program for women, the one-on-ones, and VIP days, which are very successful. They usually start around 10 o'clock in the morning and go until 4 in the afternoon, and that can be done via Skype. All of this can be done via Skype. I have clients that have been in London and Canada, so you don't necessarily have to come to Boulder for this.
Good to know. Excellent. What is some of the feedback that you love to hear and that you've heard in the past?
Well, I feel priceless satisfaction when my girls get signed by major agencies. One girl just had a 3-month contract in Shanghai. That's very exciting. So when things like that happen, it's a success and a win-win for everybody.
Love it. Are we talking about seminars? Are we talking about one-on-one? How does it work with you?
Yes, with my business, I do one-on-one consultations in a studio here in Boulder, and it's all custom-made. I look at what the girls need, and I ask them what they want. For instance, some girls would love to learn runway, and other girls want to learn more how to pose in front of the camera. So it's all custom-made.
Wonderful. And I like what you said about the fact that it's not just modeling. I mean, a lot of times they're going to come in and they want to start out with modeling, but a lot of times, no matter when they leave, they're going to leave with something that is valuable regardless of what profession they go into or just feeling great about themselves.
Yes, for their whole life they'll learn skills, and it's so rewarding for me to be able to pass on these skills that I have learned that are tried and true, have worked for me, have kept my profession going for decades, and they work.
And not only that, but as we all know, first impressions are everything, image is everything. It obviously means a bigger bank account a lot of times if you can project what you're trying to do.
Yes, there have been studies again and again showing that people that are more attractive have a lot more professional success.
Wonderful. Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, what you're going to find is the contact information. She's going to walk you through it. Give her a call. Like she says, it starts out with a one-on-one consultation where she sits down with you and discusses what your needs are, what you're trying to accomplish, because quite honestly, she is here for your dreams to basically see that you set goals and you hit those goals as well. The viewer out there is kind of shy, not sure this is something she would want to do. What would you tell her?
Good question. I like to talk to them. I like to ask them questions. And I find that even if they're shy, they're still comfortable enough to talk with me, and I can get a sense of their qualities, and I just develop what it is I see in them.
If they're looking at getting maybe a few small jobs out there, you can definitely help them. But quite honestly, you have a lifetime of experience. You know what it takes. You have worked for some really big clients out there. Share with us.
Oh, I still am. I'm flying next week to Europe. I have campaigns in Europe running for cream and hair products. I'm doing very well in my own right. I have 12 agents coast to coast on the real deal. I'm going to tell the parents what I think. I'm not here just to take. I want to give. I want to serve. And I'm going to give my professional, honest opinion. And there's always somebody I can help, whether it be with the life skills or their mental outlook about their own self-image, or actually placing them in agencies coast to coast.
Well, speaking of the real deal and sharing what you know, obviously it's important because you're their consultant for them, basically. And as you know, I'm sure you've needed consultants throughout your life, needed business consultants, everything like that. How important is that for the young student today?
To get feedback and mentoring, it's very important, especially teenage girls. They need role models, and they don't know where to look. And unfortunately, at this age, they don't really listen to their mothers, and yet they need guidance. And I have wonderful relationships with my students.
Wonderful. Folks, take a look again there. The website information is at the bottom of the screen right there. You can contact Roxanne. You can find her on LinkedIn, her professional profile there. You can check it out, and basically you're going to understand that what's being offered here to young women is something kind of unique because of the fact that they're going to learn some personal development, they're going to learn etiquette, they're going to learn charm, things that quite honestly you can't just learn out of a textbook whatsoever.
And to learn their own makeup skills, what suits their own face, what colors and techniques are appropriate just for them. So it's very, like I said, custom fitted for every individual student.
This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.